Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Kart Crazy. Today we're going to be installing some lithium batteries from BigBattery.com. It's the next generation of batteries from them called the Eagle 2, and I'm excited. Come along for the ride. Let's get started. Hey, thanks for joining me on today's episode. I'd like to get back working on our rough and tough four-wheel drive golf cart that I bought off Marketplace several months back. I did do a video getting it running. However, I want to get a more permanent battery set up in there and start diagnosing some other problems we got going with this cart. And that's where the Eagle 2 setup's going to come into place. So let me spin the camera around and kind of show you what we're working with. All right, we got the shop foreman here. He's ready to go. He's cracking the whip saying, "Get busy, Dad. Let's get this done." So here's the cart. As you can see, I've done nothing with it other than pile stuff on it for the last probably 2 months. I pushed it into the corner of the shop. Tire's flat again, of course. It goes flat about every 45 seconds as soon as you put air in it. So probably first order of business is we're going to get all this junk off of here, get it out in the middle of the shop where we can work on it. Probably going to switch the tires around just so I don't have to keep fooling with airing that up. Those tires are absolutely trash. Unfortunately, I don't have a big set. I'm just going to have to put some little kind of regular size tires on it just so I can move it around here today, but that won't be a big deal. And here we go. Here's our Eagle 2 setup. I'm really excited about this. Like I said, this is the next generation from Big Battery. A lot of changes have been made from the first time I've used Eagles. This is going back a couple summers ago probably. And I haven't even opened anything yet. We're going to do that together here. I'm not really into the unboxing video, but I do want to show you what's inside because, well, frankly, I don't even know 100% what's in there. I've got a general idea, but we're going to tear into that, see what we're working with, and then we're going to do a direct, what was a lead-acid battery conversion on this cart. All right, so give me just a few minutes. I'm going to get this thing cleaned up, get it pulled out in the shop where we can get a better view of what's going on and probably change those tires over, and then we can do our conversion. All right, got it cleaned off and moved to the middle of the shop. My plan of putting different tires on, these guys right here, was debunked once I realized there's brake calipers on the front and rear, actually, to contend with, and those rims just aren't big enough. So not a huge deal. Aired up the tires, and we'll get by for today. Of course, this one's already almost halfway flat, probably. You can probably hear the air leaking out of it. It's got a hole here somewhere. Anyway, regardless, so here's what I'm thinking. Haven't opened the Eagle 2s yet, but those are going to be a direct drop in wherever we want to use them. Obviously, this cart had 6 batteries, and we're only going to use 2. And there's 3 of you scratching your head right now saying, how's that going to work? You can only use 2 batteries and make this cart go? Well, yeah, that's the beauty of lithium. You can reduce weight, reduce space taken up in your battery compartment, and we'll show you that a little bit more as we get into the video. But I think for now I'm just going to pop this. This, I believe, is a voltage reducer, and this is the original charger. I'm going to pop that out of the way, just kind of clean up some more room. I'm not going to go out and get this thing all pressure washed down like I normally would, because I'm still in the process of diagnosing this. We didn't put enough time into it last time to really fully diagnose why it wasn't real happy. Just felt like the brakes were dragging, or we had it maybe locked in, you know, like the differentials were locked or something. So I just want to get those batteries in here and show you how to do that and how I'm going to do it. And then we can, you know, kind of do some more diagnosing on the rest of the cart. So let's crack open those Eagles and see what we got. I feel bad. They were delivered goodness, I think it's been over a month ago already. And I've been wanting to do this video and just had some other things in the way. All right, well, this is exciting. A lot has changed since the last time I've done an Eagle kit. Like I said, it's been a couple years, but first thing I noticed is the on-off switch is, excuse me, a little bit different, which I like. In the past versions, they had like almost like a breaker switch. This is much nicer, much cleaner look. Got a battery indicator, of course, right on the battery. And then this is going to be to connect not only the batteries together, but it's also going to, just so they communicate together, that has nothing to do with your voltage, but it's also going to give us the ability to plug our gauge in, and a much nicer gauge over the previous models. The other one was just kind of a bar, and I have a feeling this is going to give us a nice digital readout. Got an awesome charger. They really upped their game on the charger compared to the previous models. This looks like a nice waterproof, heavy duty. And of course, in the other box is going to be an identical battery to that. So let me start configuring this and dropping them into the cart, and we'll get it wired up. I'll show you that step by step. Just going to kind of undo what I did last time here, just kind of hodgepodge this together just for testing purposes. We're going to reverse all of that. Like I said, pull this onboard charger out of here, give us some more room to work with. Not that we need a ton with these Eagles, but just to help try to clean things up for the future. All right, after trying several different configurations, this is what I came up with. I thought it'd be cool to put the charger there. There's not enough room to put it this way, or it'd be really tight. And if I stood it up this way, I was worried about the seats kind of smashing over on our cable. So I decided on right there. There's a couple of mounting points. I can get it bolted in. And I put the two Eagles on the passenger side. Whenever I have a 2-battery configuration like this, or even a single battery, I like to put it on the passenger side, just because if you're by yourself in the cart, even though these batteries aren't that heavy, it kind of distributes the weight better. It's just a personal preference. You can put them wherever you want. I did get the charger mounted in. You can see I've got one bolt there, and I was able to use an existing bolt hole down there. So that's good and solid. Now it's just a matter of making all of our connections, positive to positive, negative to negative, and so on, connecting our battery gauge, and literally turning these on, and we'll be good to go. So very simple, quick and easy. These batteries are amazing because not only do they have a stud, they also have a bolt setup, so you can connect your batteries together, and then you can put your cart on another stud, so you're not gobbing a bunch of stuff up on one stud, which is really amazing. Comes with the 2 cables to connect the 2 batteries together. Super easy. These fit exactly into the battery compartment, just like the original batteries did. So there's no cutting or fabricating or anything like that. These are literally drop-in ready. Now this cart didn't have any kind of battery hold downs. Those were missing when I bought the cart, so I'll have to figure something out for that, but that should be simple enough. But yeah, we're basically ready to just connect our 2 batteries together, positive to positive, negative to negative, and then we'll put our negative from our cart on here. I undid the zip ties, and I've got my positive from the solenoid ready to go on to the positive of the battery, and then we'll do our charger hookup. So we'll do 1 to 1 positive over here, and then we'll do the opposite battery for the negative. That way everything gets charged in the system. Hope that all makes sense. A couple other little things to do yet. Of course, we got our battery gauge. Not going to install that yet. I don't know how far down this cart's going to have to go, and I don't want to do a bunch of wiring and stuff and then have to redo that. And the main focus of this is to get these batteries dropped in here and get it running and operational so I can just plug the charger in, charge it, kind of use it and diagnose it, like I said, a little further. Give me just a couple minutes to plug everything in here and we'll be rolling. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my factory connections just a little bit. One thing I love about lithium is no more corrosion. So once we get these cleaned, we don't have to worry about corrosion in the future. All right, I've got the two batteries hooked together, negative to negative, positive to positive. And now we just need to hook our charger and the positive and negative from the controller. All right, now I'm hooking up the controller, the battery charger, which is what that one is. All right, so we've got that wired in and ready to go. And I also need to hook up the battery gauge, positive and negative on different batteries. You don't want to do it on the same battery. All right, now on the comms cable, we're going to go out from battery number 2 and in to battery number 1. And the reason I'm telling the difference, or how I'm telling the difference, is battery 1 is going to have your positive going to your controller. It's just a little bit tricky. The camera's probably not going to focus on that real well, but you got to make sure you kind of line that funny shape up a little bit. All right, everything should be connected. I haven't zip tied or done anything with this yet, obviously, because we're going to do some more to this cart. Got the charger, or the battery indicator just sitting here. So we'll power up the battery, hold it down for a few seconds, comes on. What I like about that is it actually powers on both batteries. You don't have to hit the switch on both batteries, which is really cool. It says we've got 2 communication. I don't know if that's showing up or not. And 75% full. So pretty awesome there. Let's see if the cart moves. I guess that's the next step. I got to put some more air in the tires and get it off of these dollies, clean my mess up a little bit, but we'll do that and go for a little test drive here. All right, got her down on all 4 paws again. This tire is leaking like the Titanic, so we don't have a lot of time, but I think we'll throw the power to it and try to give it a little better test drive than we did last time. Really happy with the way this battery setup turned out. Got plenty of room in there. We don't have to modify anything. We can I could add a basket or something over there for like ropes and chains and things like that if we wanted to. So that's pretty neat. Let me power these batteries back on. Hold it down for a few seconds. Gauge pops on. Perfect. Let's go for a drive. All right, thought we'd go for a little drive here, and didn't get very far. We've definitely got some electrical issues not related to the battery. And I think what the problem is, part of the problem is it's locked in the diff lock, and it's also locked in four-wheel drive. So I've got to get a wiring diagram and get this figured out. All right, well, I did go for a little tiny drive at very slow speeds, so got to do a lot more diagnosing. It's actually worse than the last time, so something is definitely amiss on it, but super happy with these batteries. Look at the way they fit in there, just like an original. Way less space, way less weight, easy to install. Got the onboard charger right here. Just plug it in and away you go. So really happy with that. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for coming along. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Got to give a shout out to bigbattery.com. They've been with me a long time, and I'm going to drop my promo code down here below, Steggy10. Make sure you head on over to their website and check out the battery for your golf cart and save yourself some money. What's up next for this cart? Well, now that we've got a working battery system in here, that was kind of my biggest thing I needed to get done. Now I can get a wiring diagram and start poking and prodding and seeing what we've got going on, what got disconnected, what needs to be reconnected, and then we can really get this cart operational again. I am super excited because it is a four-wheel drive. Never had a four-wheel drive golf cart ever. Never had one on the channel for sure. So it's going to be fun to maybe do some off-roading with this guy, get some better tires on here, obviously. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. You know, we don't always get it on the first or second try, and we're going to keep digging and keep striving, and we'll get this thing back operational again real soon. So thanks for coming along. Like I said, we'll see you next time.